Start with some oats. Next, I have some almonds. I just rough chop these. In we go. And I'm also adding some pecans. I rough chop those too. I'll just add it. And I'm just gonna give these a good mix. Beautiful. Grab some baking sheets and some parchment. Whenever I just glide with my scissors, I call that scissor flow state, because it is. And I like to just wet underneath it so it doesn't flap up. Now it'll stick, and we can just add this mixture right on the baking sheet. Just spread this out. Beautiful. I didn't want to overcrowd the first one, so we're doing a second. And now it's time for the oven. Let's go. I'm sticking these in at 350 and letting them get toasty. Beautiful. You just have to wait 5 minutes, but I'm impatient. I'm just gonna mix this around a little bit. Give it all an opportunity to get toasty and let them keep toasting. Really quick, how cute is this dish towel? Look, little dogs. I love it. Okay, we're done. These are done. They look so good. All right, big poppy's coming back. And now just add this back in. And this should be lightly toasty now. Now just grab a pan. This is so easy, you'll never buy these again. We are almost done. Here's what we're working with. This will just make it easier. I'm cutting this into smaller pieces. That was a cup, and now we need the honey. Honey is just so good. Get all of that in there. Next is vanilla, and this is some sea salt. Now just mix this around, make sure nothing burns, and just cook this on low because butter is like an avocado. 1 minute it's good, 1 minute it's done. This is just perfectly velvety and silky, and that's what we want. Look up close, this is great. All right, now carefully, we are pouring this in. This is heavy. Just give this a good mix. You want everything to touch that mixture. So as I say, it should start to clumpify, which means that you're getting some good clusters. So that looks really good. Next, I have some dried cranberries. I'm adding these in after I mixed it once, just to give this a chance to cool down a little bit. Add a little bit more. And now these are some mini chocolate chips. You can use the regular, but I do really like the mini. And now I'll mix this one final time here. If any of those chocolate chips get melty, that's good. That'll just be some nice chocolate glue for this, which who doesn't like chocolate glue? All right, I am happy with this ratio. Let me show you up close. It seriously looks delicious. All right, it's time to pack these tight. This got so chocolatey. I'm starting with this amount, and you just wanna press this down, nice and firm. Number 1. Number 2 is done. And I actually decided I'm gonna top with some more chocolate chips, just a little bit. I feel like that will take this over the line. And I'm just gonna press these in with my hand. And yes, I washed them. And now that both of these have chocolate chips, it's time for the fridge. And I have no fridge space, so we're gonna use my roommate's. What a funny vibe her fridge is. Barely does she eat, but boy does she drink. No judgment. All right, we're sticking these in. Look how good that looks. I'll use her soup to balance that. So now I have 2, and we'll let these set. All right, these are out of the fridge and all set. Just leave these in there for a couple hours, and this is so easy. I'll just peel the back off. You can get 3 rows out of this. There we go. Now I'll cut this again into little bars. This made 18 granola bars. Check this out. Seriously, these look so good. And that was just my 1 sheet of these. Here's number 2. I'll cut this one the same way. I already cut it different. It was supposed to be in 3s. All right, these we will do mini. So if you want a snack, but you don't want a whole one, now you have this. And now we have 24 of our minis. So altogether, quick math. God, I'm not known for quick math. 24 plus 18. 42. We have 42 granola bars, homemade, no additives, nothing you can't pronounce. We know everything that's in this, and these are insanely good. So here they are, and believe it or not, I couldn't even fit all of them on this platter. These are so great for meal prep. You can actually stick these in the freezer, so I'm just gonna leave out what I know me and my family are gonna eat right away, and then just pull from my freezer stash. Also, they taste so good in the freezer because they really set. So if you want them to really set strong like that, put them in the freezer or let them set even longer in the fridge. This is one that I put in the freezer. Literally just set so perfect. Looks way better than anything you buy in the store. And that's not me tooting my own horn. It's just anytime you make something homemade, it's always gonna be better. You can't convince me otherwise. Time to give these a try. 11 out of 10, even better in the freezer. You can just put these all in the freezer to start if you have space. Didn't change anything for me because I didn't have space in my freezer, so it looks like I'm gonna be using my roommate's, and I'll pay the granola bar tax to her. These are just truly unbelievable. Make your own granola bars. Let me know what you think. You can taste the honey